Pirolo the Dancing Horse, Part 1. Narration by Riazul Islam Khan. Bright lights, cheerful music, the soft sawdust of the circus ring. That was the life Pirolo loved. That was the only life for him. He had been a circus horse for as long as he could remember. He had been taught and looked after and loved by Carlo, his master. He would do anything in the world for Carlo. So tonight was just like other nights, with Carlo giving orders in a gentle voice and Pirlo dancing for him. Pirlo danced on 4 legs. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. Pirlo danced on 2 legs, with his front legs in the air. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. Pirlo bowed and Carlo bowed, and the people clapped and cheered. So it was just like any other night. So it was just like any other night. Bright lights, cheerful music, the soft sawdust of the circus ring. Yet Pirlo the dancing horse knew that it wasn't like other nights. Something was different. Something was wrong. And as soon as his act was over, Carlo told him what it was. He took Pirlo to his sleeping box, and he pressed his face against Pirlo's silky grey head, and he said, "We had the last dance, Pirlo. We had the last dance." Pirlo was puzzled. What did his master mean? "We have to say goodbye," added Carlo sadly. "It is a small circus. It has never made much money. Mr. Gary is giving it up. Tomorrow he's selling everything, the tents, the caravans, the animals, even you." Pirlo gave a soft little cry. He understood. "If you really belonged to me, I would take you away. If I had money to pay for you, we'd never be parted. But I am poor. I must find another circus, and you must go to the market to be sold." Carlo said no more. He only stood gazing at Pirlo, his horse, his partner, his only friend. Then he closed the door of the sleeping box and ran away into the night, and Pirlo, the dancing horse, understood. Next day, he was sent to the winter market to be sold. He stood silently as one man after another came to look at him. He didn't care who bought him. He wanted Carlo and the circus life. His heart was filled with sadness. He was sold at last to a farmer. "You are a fine horse. You are a fine, strong horse," said the farmer. "You will be able to pull the plough for me." So he took Pirlo to a green field beside an old white farmhouse, and there he left him for some time. Then one morning, he led him out of the field, fixed him to a plough, and took him to a great stretch of rough brown earth. "Gee up," said the farmer. Pirlo pulled, and the plough moved behind him, digging up the brown earth in long, straight furrows. Pirlo walked down the field to the end. Then he turned and went up the field. Down the field and up the field he went. Down and up, down and up. The earth lay in rich brown furrows behind him, and a crowd of hungry birds followed him. "You are a good horse," said the farmer. "You are a fine horse." Pirlo went on up and down. Pirlo went on up and down the field, but his heart was sad. He saw trees stretching up to the blue sky. He saw grass swaying in the breeze. Everything was beautiful, but it wasn't part of the life he knew. He sighed for bright lights, cheerful music, and the soft sawdust of a circus ring. He sighed for Carlo, his master. Suddenly, in the middle of the field, Pirlo began to dance. He danced on four legs. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. The plough jerked and swayed, and the furrows went crisscross all over the field. He danced on two legs, with his front legs in the air. "Stop!" cried the farmer. "Stop!" But Pirlo didn't stop. He was a dancing horse. He danced and danced until his act was done. Then he bowed to the trees and the blue sky. He bowed to the grass and the birds. Then he stood still. When the spring market came, Pirlo was taken to the town. When the spring market came, Pirlo was taken to the town to be sold. His life as a farm horse had ended. He stood silently in the market as one man after another came to look at him. He didn't care who bought him. He wanted Carlo and the circus life. He was sold at last to a man from a distant village. "You are a fine, strong horse," said the man. "You will be useful to me." So he rode Pirlo down the roads and lanes until he reached his home. Then he put him in a stable yard at the back of his shop and left him there for some time. Over to part 2.